Hi folks, Chuck here, Why Not Wander. It is Sunday morning, August the 11th. We're all packed up, ready to go. We got Linda's bike on the back of the RV, got my bike in the trailer because she's having some hip issues, which we're going to get checked out in Scotts Bluff next week. She's unable to ride, but this way my bike will be easy to unload so we can take it out and ride it. We're going to head down to the Scotts Bluff, Nebraska area, spend some time near my daughter's. I've got this phone mounted on my phone mount right up in front of me on the dash. It looks like it might be a little jiggly. I don't know how well this is going to work. It's the first time I've tried it. Just like the live streaming, I'm trying to find out what I can and can't do, what does and doesn't work. If this is going to be too jiggly for long-term stuff, we'll figure out something different. I'm just seeing in the picture it looks kind of jiggly. We're just coming down the hill from Sunset Ridge area of Hog Heaven Campground. Way up on top of the hill, it's the highest point in Hog Heaven. There's what, room for maybe 2 dozen RVs up there, Linda, would you say?
There were, or yeah.
We're at room 4.
Yes.
A couple dozen RVs
Yes.
up there, which is great because in the evening you get the breeze if there is any, or during the day. If there's a breeze, we get it up there. There is just a light breeze this morning. Light clouds in the sky, as you can see up ahead. We're just coming around the utility building here on the right, past one of Freddy's Diner locations up here in the red and white behind this pickup. Place is really clearing out. We were the next to the last ones to leave up there on Sunset Ridge. The fifth wheel trailer right next to us, they're packing up now, getting ready to go. Winding down, right ahead of us here's the shower house we used to always use when we tent camped. We would camp just across the road here to the left from where we are right now. Then we were close to the shower house, bathrooms, everything else. But now they do have, as Linda mentioned in a video, I don't remember if it was yesterday or what day, they've got these porta potties scattered all over the place, so you're never too far from a bathroom, and there's enough of them to take care of all the people. Now the lady that runs the place, we were talking to her yesterday. She was opening up the bar yesterday morning when we were having breakfast. Just happens we were there, and asked her a couple questions. She's the manager of the campground. The owners just bought it a couple years ago, but she said they have like 320 acres total out here, which would be half a square mile, 640. But the campground occupies 160 of it. So they have 160 acres of camping, which is only open during the rally. The bar area is right over, where's my finger? Right there. But they told us they weren't going to be open today, but the other Freddy's location would. There's a convenience store and snack stand right next to us here. They're closed this morning, but they told us Freddy's would be serving breakfast over there yet, but not the bars. Anyway, we're going to head on down towards Nebraska. We got to pick up the Muttley crew later today. Linda's pretty convinced, well, I'm not sure who missed who more. She misses them, I'm sure they miss her, but the lady that is boarding them for us, she has a little kennel down there. It's north of Kimball, Nebraska, an old friend of Linda's. I'm sure she's taking very good care of them.
I wouldn't trust them with anybody else.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. Linda said she wouldn't trust them with anybody else, but we don't do that very often, but we just, we know they tend to bark. They get lonely when we're gone. And rather than leave our fellow campers listening to barking dogs, because we were gone most all day, every day this last week. We did come back a little bit early last night. But for the most part, we were up early and gone before 9 or 10. And not getting back sometimes till about dark. Riding the Black Hills, just having a good time, enjoying the rally. Spent some time downtown on Sturgis shopping. What now? What time is it, Linda?
It is 10:32.
10:32. That's not bad. We told it's about a 6-hour drive down to where the dogs are. We told her we'd be there by 5. Then we're gonna find a place to stay tonight, which we have some options. There's a nice little lake down there near Kimball where we used to go camping when I was working. When Linda was working, we could camp out and we could commute to work. I'd have to go back to Cheyenne. She'd just run into Kimball. We had quite a few family campouts down there. One of my daughters lived down there at the time. Both my daughters are now up in the Scotts Bluff area. They were both up here earlier this week. Enjoyed some time with them, but they had to get back for their jobs. Linda brought her job with her, and bringing Linda is my job, so it all worked out good. We got to double back just a little bit here, get on Interstate 90, which is the traffic you see coming at us here on the right now. But the crowds have thinned out. Now I did see I didn't read the post, but I saw a headline on the news on my phone said Sturgis numbers were up. We talked to several people and we're pretty sure the numbers were down this year. It was their 79th anniversary. A lot of people seem to think that other people might be waiting for the 80th anniversary, come every 10 years or so. God willing, and if we are physically able, we'll be back next year. We do enjoy it up here. There's just so many things to do, so many sights to see. Even though we've seen and done most of them before, it's still fun riding the hills, watching the bikes, watching the people. We like to go down and find a place to sit on Main Street and watch the world go by on motorcycles. We did go up to Deadwood again yesterday. We were lucky enough, we were up again. Well, they got the stop sign folded over. We're going to have to wait for traffic now.
Wow.
But there's not near as much of it, so we can swing a little bit wide and miss these motorcycles coming by us. Here's the last one. It's all good. Then we're just going to double back to the interstate exit right here, right now. It's just, what, quarter of a mile down here. You know what, let's cruise through town. You wanna?
Yeah,
let's do it.
fine.
We're gonna go down Lozelle Street. We really haven't done anything on Lozelle Street this year. If they're starting to take down some of the stop signs, it might not be too bad. It's stop and go. Every couple blocks you gotta stop, let cross traffic or pedestrians, or it just keeps the bikes spaced out too. I think it's a good thing, helps minimize any problems or accidents.
Well, and we have been here on a Sunday and gone downtown as they were closing stuff, and you can get real bargains on shirts.
Oh yeah. All the stuff with a date on it. It says Sturgis 2019 goes on sale. Actually, yesterday we saw some, was it 4 for $50?
No, 4 for $40.
4 for $40, okay.
Yeah.
A lot of them are $20 and $30 a piece during the route. Well, you get $20 and sometimes you get 2 for $35. But we bought the shirts we liked earlier in the week before they got picked over. You know how it is, you go to an event like this, you always got to have t-shirts. Been there, done that, got the shirt, bought the shirt, whatever. We did got to the Buffalo Chip a couple times. I bought a shirt out there. Bought a hat out there too, I guess. It's a fun place, but there's just, it's so hot and dusty. It's an all dirt camp, well, dirt and grass. But where we were was gravel. It was still dusty when it was dry and kind of mucky when it was wet. It rained pretty good last night, so we tracked a little bit of red dirt into our RV this morning. We'll get it cleaned up this week. We'll get back down to Nebraska where the dirt's brown instead of red, but it'll be all right. So now this is a temporary stop sign they have set up here. We're going to go through the yellow rather than slam on the brakes.
Boy, things are gone.
Yep.
I mean,
yep, vendors are packing up too. There's actually empty parking lots now.
Yeah, all this stuff is filled. And,
Yeah. During the week, all of this stuff was filled with motorcycles and people by this time of the year, or by this time of the day, excuse me. Okay, we'll stop for this one. Got things pretty well battened down. Nothing should shift too much. Something's always going to move if I hit the brakes too hard. Right over here on our left where that motorhome is, it's showing up in the camera. That's where the Vanderhall dealer is that Michelle and Ryan bought their new Vanderhall from. Little three-wheel, supposed to be kind of replicas of some kind of old-time Monte Carlo race cars, I guess. Or at least give you that impression. They're not replicas, they're not copied after, but they got a little 4-cylinder engine with an automatic transmission. A lot of fun, they told me. Linda rode in it for a while.
I liked it. It was very fun. It was.
Was it the most fun you ever had on 3 wheels?
Yes, that would be good to say that. I did enjoy it. It was fun, and of course, Michelle and I had a really nice visit, so I'm sure that added to it. When it corners really nice, and every time it accelerates, this little whoosh comes.
Yeah, it's turbocharged.
Yeah.
Yeah. This used to be wall-to-wall motorcycles. Of course, there's campers all week long. There's cars and trucks. A lot of people.
Out on the road. Make me nervous.
A lot of people bring their entire families and their motorhomes and their pets. We saw quite a number of people with dogs on motorcycles. Various methods of carrying them, from trailers to sidecars to little carriers on the
Get a
rack on the travel trunk.
$15.99.
$15.99.
And they were selling them for probably $25 earlier in the rally.
25. Depends on the shirts.
Yeah.
Now, of course, depending on the vendor, there's shirts available online too. You can go to eBay. Lots of places, find about anything you want. I don't remember what tent was set up here, but there was something in front of that store. I remember because I walked over there and commented on
it. Yeah, some of this stuff isn't quite packed up. But
this is Lozelle Street. I think it's I think highway. It's I-90 business loop through Sturgis. This sign right here going the other way, might be able to get the highway number for you. 3479, 34 west, 79 south, 14, it goes to 14A. Now, if you follow this street, we're going to turn right here on Junction Avenue.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, no kidding. There's nothing in the other lane right now. We're going to swing wide, take up both lanes, and we will make the turn here. That guy's moving his kids back from the curb, just in case. Yeah, we'll probably catch with the trail just a little bit there too. Okay, we're round it and on flat ground.
Right on. Good job.
So anyway, I was saying if you go out that road it's about 3, maybe 3.5 miles is the Buffalo Chip. There's a turn off, takes 79 going north, takes you up to full throttle. This is Main Street here. This is where all the bikes parked down the center of the street and on both sides during the rally. Then people walk and shop and
it's open to cars now.
Go into the restaurants. Oh, it is open to cars now. Yep, there's a van coming off of it.
Yep.
Let me hand this to Linda. Why don't you take a shot down there if you can. We'll unplug it. It's going to be a little jostled here. Sorry, folks.
That's all right. And I'm going to put you through the screen door. I think you'll be better through the window here.
Next to you might be about the best.
It's a little tinted, but you can see, and there's a little bit of reflection.
It's open to cars, and there's
it's open to cars, a few bikes, but that's the end of it. And so, Sturgis to 2019, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
All right, thank you.
Got it? Yep.
Now right here, Dirty Dogs Roadhouse. People operate the bar. They have an inside bar, they have an outside bar, and right over here where the orange tent is, that's where we got our new tires the other day. Took them a couple hours, but we brought it in Well, right before breakfast, and we picked it up again after lunch. We went, walked Main Street, and did a little shopping while we were waiting. But it all worked out, so now we've got new tires on the bike. Because there is just, with our traveling, it's hard to find a place that's actually convenient to do things like that. So it worked out well. I may have paid a little bit of a premium. I don't really know. I got Dunlop tires on it. Now I know there's going to be a lot of comments probably about Dunlops are no good. You should have got Elites. You should have got this. Should have got that. But they had them. They could do it. We were ready. We had the money. Now we have new tires on the bike for safety more than anything else. I still had a little bit of tread on those, but the back one was getting pretty skinny. Got, what did we say, almost 14,000 miles on them. So it was time. Feel much safer now, especially going around corners at high speed, which is part of the fun of motorcycling. So this is Junction Avenue taking us back out to I-90, the east exit from Sturgis. Then we'll buzz down through Rapid City, head south into Nebraska. Go down and get our dogs, figure out where to spend the night. And I've got a doctor's appointment in Scotts Bluff tomorrow morning.
8:30.
8:30 in the morning. The surgeon that did my knees just said whenever you're in town again, he wanted to see me and make sure I was doing okay and admire his handiwork. So we're going to take care of that in the morning. Everything's working out good. Then Miss Linda has a doctor's appointment with the same doctor, by the way, on Friday. Actually, with his assistant to evaluate her hip and what we need to do and what should be done, so that she can get back to riding her own bike again as well. She is an accomplished motorcycle in her own right. We did Route 66 a few years ago. She rode the whole way on her own bike. Great experience, great fun. We had a good time. We had dinner with friends in Chicago before we left. And on the start end of Route 66 in Chicago, then ending of Route 66, Santa Monica. My brother lives out by there, so we went and spent a little time with my brother and my sister-in-law. Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam. It was great.
It was great.
I'll do another one.
Hopefully we'll get some rides like that in again one of these days.
Yeah.
Thing is, now that we're full-time in the RV, we have to make allowances for the Motley Crew, our 4 dogs, for those of you that haven't met them yet. We've gained a few subscribers in the last few weeks since we've been doing these videos about Sturgis from the time we left Arkansas until today. With Dad's health issues and everything, I've kind of gotten busy and didn't get much done for videos, but now that I learned how to live stream on YouTube, maybe I can be a little more regular and not have such long lapses of activities. It's just so much easier. I used to always use GoPros. I did record occasionally on my phone or often on a Canon Vixia. But depending on the quality of this, once I get it posted and have a look at it, I don't know what iPhone has for video stabilization. This might be too wavy and maybe everybody gets seasick. But
it is pretty jiggly. I'm watching.
Yeah, it's jiggly right now watching it because just, through the dash and everything else. But we'll evaluate that later today. Right now we're on I-90 headed towards Rapid City. It's 30-ish miles east. So I'll cut this video off for now. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like button if you like what we're doing. Please subscribe to our channel. If you click that bell button right next to the subscribe button after you subscribe, it will notify you whenever we put up new videos. We've been getting multiple videos a day here with all the activity we've been going. I'm not going to promise that regularly, but hopefully we'll get back to making some regular videos as we wander around the country. we are. Why not wander? Why not wander with us? Thanks for watching. Be safe. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next video.